Hey guys, welcome to the Trophy Life podcast. I'm your host, Tara Smith. From beauty to wellness, wife life, motherhood, and everything feminine in between, the Trophy Life podcast is a place where you can feel inspired and empowered and ultimately create the life that you desire and deserve. It's hot to romanticize your life, so grab a mocktail or your favorite cozy beverage and let's get into it. Hello and welcome back to another episode of Trophy Life. Very excited for today's episode, and what's actually so funny is here's what's so funny is that literally what inspired this is a conversation that I was just texting with Colby about. My husband's currently across the world. He's in the Philippines for a work trip. They have a lot of developers out there for his company, and so he's on a work trip out there. And obviously like the time change is like a whole thing, but he's having jet lag, so I was able to talk to him. And I was just telling him, I was like, I feel like so overwhelmed and like I just can't ever, like I just don't ever feel like I'm doing enough, ever doing enough in the home or with work or, you know, those are pretty much my only two things, you know, but I feel like a big part of it is the pregnancy exhaustion has like very much so humbled me because before I could operate at such, I don't know, you can just operate at such a high level when you're healthy and you work out every day, you eat well, like you will have a lot of energy as a byproduct of those things. And it is very hard to work out when you're almost 24 weeks pregnant. And I still do it, but the past 2 nights I've gotten horrible sleep. And I don't sleep as well when Colby's not with me, which obviously makes sense because you're just like not in your regular routine. It's like if you're at a hotel, it's like you might sleep fine, but you're not at home, you're not in your cozy element. So, you know, it's just a whole thing. And I really feel like a lot of people can relate to this of like the feeling of you feel very ambitious, but maybe you feel overwhelmed or you feel so overwhelmed that then it puts you into feeling lazy when we'll get into chatting about that. Because I think that also applies here as well. So I'm very excited to dive in. But of course, we have to do the life updates first because I just love giving you guys life updates. Let me know, by the way, if you want me to still share my favorites of the week. I haven't really had anything that's like that I can think of recently, but if you guys love that, then let me know and I can definitely, I'm sure there's things I can figure out. Actually, I'll tell you one thing I loved that I made today. I made a protein smoothie with frozen raspberries, like almost a full cup of Greek yogurt, probably like 3/4 cup Greek yogurt, just plain, and then vanilla protein powder. It tasted like raspberry cheesecake. It was so good, and like the consistency was everything. And the key is the raspberries have to be frozen. It was just so good. I'm like, I need this every day. I've been craving like a lot of like dairy products, like ice cream and milk, and I love having it in like a protein shake because then I'm like, you can't even taste the protein shake. The Just Ingredients vanilla bean is one of my favorites. It is so good. And that's what I used today. But yeah, life update wise, so I have my first baby shower this weekend, which I'm so excited about because my cute mom, my birth mom, and my sister and sister-in-law, so my sisters and my 2 moms are, well, I have one mom and then I have my birth mom. They're all throwing me a shower, which I'm very excited about because I don't know, it's been really fun and it's going to be outside, which I'm really excited about because you guys, sorry for the yawning. Oh my gosh. I love the fall season and the weather's going to be like 70 to 73 for my shower. And I just could not be happier about it. Our theme that I came up with, because I wanted to come up with it, I was like, I just love party planning. And I was like, I know I can't like plan the shower. So I was like that's the hostess's jobs, but I was like, I would really love to come up with the theme and like the color scheme. So color wise, I chose like dark brown, cream, kind of like Trophy Life colors, and then like hints of like burgundy red and just like fall colors, maybe some like navy blue and black, but I would say like dark brown was like really what I wanted. Oh, like some like olives green, not like, but like a dark olive green. And then the theme is, oh boy, it's fall, because our shower is the first day of fall. So I thought that was so cute. I'm really excited. Also, let me know if you want me and my birth mom to film a podcast episode together. We wouldn't do it this time when she's in town, but she will probably be coming into town again in the future. I don't have like a second microphone set up currently, so I would need to do that before we filmed it. But I just thought of the idea and I was like, we actually should film a podcast episode together. And speaking of my birth mom, I'm picking her up from the airport tomorrow, and then we're going to spend like the afternoon together, probably just do like a little bit of shopping, mostly grab lunch, and then we'll come back to my house. Something else that I was working on this week that I am so excited. I'm going to post this on my Instagram probably, probably on Sunday or Monday, because obviously I can't post it before I give them their gifts. But I I just feel so grateful that people are throwing me. I'm so lucky. I have 3 people throwing me baby showers. My mom, my birth mom, my sisters, and then Colby's mom is also throwing me a shower. And then my cute friend Kara, who lives in my neighborhood, is also throwing me a shower. And I just feel like overwhelmed with the love. And I just like appreciate it because I know how much work goes into hosting something, because I love hosting and I'm a big hostess gifts kind of girl. So I love to bring a hostess a gift, especially when it's a baby shower. I mean, bridal showers too, anything like that. Like, I just really think it is so classy, and they're spending so much time, so much effort, so much money too. And I just really think that you can do something small. So many ideas on Pinterest and TikTok if you want some, but I'm going to tell you what I did. But yeah, there's tons of ideas. You could do like olive oil, a little cheese board with like some cheese knives, wrap it with a cute bow and a handwritten note. Freaking adorable. So cute. And obviously get like a cute, you could actually do like the Graza olive oil, but there's like some cute like glass bottles. There's this one brand. It's a white bottle. I think it's like Costarella is the brand. I think they sell it at Whole Foods. It's in an all white bottle. That's my favorite olive oil. Okay, back to what I was saying. So for my gift baskets for my mom, my birth mom, and my 2 sisters, I'm giving all of them a Lola blanket. So they're all getting an extra large Lola blanket, which is like, literally, I'm like, okay, that already, like, I was just gonna do that, and then I was like, wait, no. I was like, I want to do something else with it. So I also decided to do like, like those like boo baskets that people do it in fall time. I wanted to do those. So I went to Target and they had these like little boucle $9 baskets, and I am obsessed with them. They are so cute. They're like a cream boucle. I thought it was perfect because I'm like, they can just use this to store literally whatever they want after the fact. But I put a bunch of things in each of them. So I put like a Namika dry shampoo, a candle, a hand lotion from Laura Mercier, and then I wrote all of them a handwritten note. And then on the letter, if you want to like see everything visually, follow me on Instagram. And yeah, like I said, I'll be posting it probably next Monday or Tuesday. So what is that? The 22nd, 23rd? Yeah. So anyways, more on that visually, and then I also put like a Hourglass lip balm. I got them, or not a lip balm, it's a lip gloss. And then I also got them like these cute mugs from Target as well that are like little pumpkins. They're so cute. What else did I put in there? Oh, they each got a mascara and a Touchland hand sanitizer. And then, or it's like the Heron fragrance mist, I think is what they call it. It's not their hand sanitizer. It's a different product of theirs, which is so cool. And then, yeah, there's like some other stuff that I'm just, perfume. They all got some sort of a fragrance. There's other stuff I'm not remembering. But I'm just very excited and I feel so grateful. So I did all that for them. And then I have a few aunts and my grandma. I have 4 of them who are bringing soups because I wanted to do like a soup bar with sourdough. So that was like one thing I really wanted. And which I'm so grateful that like my mom is like asking my opinion for the shower because like obviously she could just do everything, but like if you're gonna spend all this time and money, I don't know, in my mind I want to ask people like, what's your vibe? Like what do you want to do for the theme? Like what food do you want? Like I feel like that's totally normal to ask as a hostess for something as big as like a baby shower or a bridal shower. So if you're hosting either of those, I highly recommend doing that. And then so for my aunts and my grandma who are bringing soups to help out with the soup bar, I wrote all of them a handwritten note. I wrote everybody a handwritten note, but I'm writing all of them a handwritten note and then giving them like a little L'Occitane hand lotion I just put them in like little cellophane bags with the card and the lotion, and then I tied a dark brown bow on it and it looks so cute. That will be in the video. And then okay, this is something I was really wanting to try out for my baby shower because I spent so freaking long on my baby registry. Okay. Like I'm talking literally 70 hours. I'm not exaggerating. I know that sounds insane. I am literally not exaggerating one bit. Let me know if you guys want an episode where I go over every single item. There's like 211 items in my registry and explain to you why I have them on there because I could explain it. I could definitely tell you. And I just am very into materials that are used, brands that are used, what chemicals, if any, are on the products, like the strollers and the cribs. I reached out to like 5 different brands to find out if they use like flame retardants. Like I really wanted the Doona originally, and then I looked into safety issues with the Doona, and they use flame retardants, which is very toxic for little babies. So there's a lot of things like that I'm very specific on, and I hate wasting anything. I hate wasting food. I hate, like, that's why I give away so much of my PR is because, like, I know either, I honestly say no a lot of the time now to brands too, but I just want to give it to people who need it. So I donate a lot of it to like women's shelters around me here in Utah. I donate it to friends and family. I donate it to my church. It's a whole thing because I don't like wasting anything and I don't need an excess of stuff. And so with baby stuff, I feel so strongly about people shopping from the registry because I'm like, please, like, I do not want you to buy something and spend your hard-earned money if you're going to buy a gift on something that I will not use. Or like, because, and a lot of it is because it could be the style of the clothing. It could be the materials. Like I only am putting my baby in 100% cotton, 100% wool, 100% linen. Those are the only materials that he will be wearing, especially when he's in his onesies. Like with jackets and stuff, when he gets a little bit older, I haven't gotten into like that realm of like materials and things that are used. So I'm not as well versed in that subject. But for now, like it doesn't need to be organic cotton per se, but it needs to be 100% cotton, no bamboo, no visco or whatever it's freaking called, no polyester for sure. And my reason being, I can again go into another episode, but essentially I don't want to put plastic right onto my baby's skin when he's fresh out the womb. Polyester is plastic, so it leaches microplastics into the baby's skin. And there are so many brands who have very affordable organic cotton and 100% cotton items. They even have them at TJ Maxx too. And I wish I could tell people that, but like you can't. You just like have to hope hope for the best. But I just really hope this is another thing too. I've seen so many videos on homemade baby blankets that are made and they're not sewn correctly, and like somehow the baby chokes on certain parts of the blanket, and like there's just so many things like safety wise with kids that it's just not worth risking it for me. And I just would hate for someone to spend time or money on something and it doesn't get used. Like I hate wasting anything. Like I was saying, like I have the opposite problem of people who hoard stuff. I love to declutter and just get rid of stuff because I like to be as minimal as I possibly can because I like the way that my brain and my mind feel. I feel fresh, I feel relieved, I feel more creative, I don't feel so cluttered. So same thing with clothes too. So anyways, there's that kind of a vibe. Speaking of the registry though, I wanted to do anything I could to get people to shop from it. So I decided, I was like, hey, Mom, I want to do a diaper raffle and a registry raffle. So I said, I will make 2 cute baskets. I got some cute baskets from Walmart, put a bunch of stuff in it. Again, it'll be in the video. But I put some full-size Amika hair shampoo and conditioner. I put some L'Occitane products in there. I put a Touchland hand sanitizer, a cute mug. Gosh, what else did I put in there? I literally have a picture. Let me hold it up so I can tell you. I think I put a candle in there as well. Like I got some stuff from the Dollar Tree to like make it look super cute. I put like some Glow Recipe in there, like full size skincare products, some Korean skincare, like each basket, I did 2 of them, and each basket is well valued at $800 to $1,000. So they're both full. I mean, honestly, it's probably closer to 1,000, but they're both full of like full size. Oh, they also have perfumes, a full size fragrance, very nice things in there. So I wanted to do that, and also just like, I think it sounds fun. And I'm like, I've seen people on TikTok that like give away a TV or like an iPad or something, and they'll do like a raffle. And I just think it's such a fun way. So I really hope that it did help encourage people to buy off of the registry. Like, I really hope. We will see. We shall see. But we put a separate insert into the invite that said diaper and registry raffle. And then we just explained, like, basically for the registry raffle, it's like I can see how much money people spent on baby lists. So I feel like this is the fairest way to do it, is like the people who spend like, let's say $100, they get 4 entries. It's like basically every $25 you get an entry is kind of how I figured it, because I just want to make it as fair as possible. And obviously you have to be there as well to win the basket, I think, because I just feel like that like defeats the point of people like actually showing up. Even though I appreciate people getting a gift, I want the person who like wins it to be there. So very excited about that. I have seen that people like, I can see that people bought diapers on my registry, which is awesome. And the 2 diaper brands that I am going to use are Coterie and Kudos. So they're both no chlorine. Kudos is 100% organic cotton lined, which is awesome. And same with wipes, both of their wipes. So very excited about that. I'm just feeling very grateful. So again, I just wanted to do that as like something a little extra and to throw it in, because I was like, why the heck not? But I also love gift giving. It is like my biggest love language, and I love writing people cards. And I wrote them cards too. And the people who won the raffle, I was like, to whomever was lucky enough to win this, you know. Oh, I wanted to say, I actually am going to have the raffle names all in my, like, in whatever I use, like on my phone or whatever, or like write everyone's names down before I go there, because like that defeats the whole point. If people, obviously I'm grateful if people bring stuff that's not on the registry, like I 100% appreciate the thought, but that defeats the entire point of purchasing from the registry. And I want someone who bought off the registry to win. So those are my rules. Like, it said it in the invite. So if you don't buy off the registry, then like, I don't know what to tell you, but like, I can't just not make it fair for everyone else. And that's where, I don't know, I feel like that's just the fairest way to do it. So I wanted to do it beforehand because of that. So that's what we're doing. Um, Also, one thing with baby showers is I feel like people forget that the point of a baby shower is to support the mom with like love and connection, of course, giving advice, stuff like that. But then it's also to help buy things like diapers and wipes and baby items, even if it's literally $10, so that the mom doesn't have to spend like $10,000 on baby stuff. Maybe she only has to spend 3,000 or 5,000. And I feel like people take baby showers and they like want to surprise you with X, Y, or Z when it's like, that's actually not what the mom wants or needs. The thing that she needs the most is the $10 bottle off of her baby registry. And I love people that understand that. And I feel like it's people who are very emotionally intelligent. I've noticed are like on that same wavelength. Like I will only get stuff off of a baby registry. Some of my friends, like by the time they have like their friend shower, all their stuff is like gone. And so I'll just get like clothes or, you know, or like, I don't know, whatever off the registry, but I always put a gift receipt with it. So I'm like, if you don't want this, you can take it back. Like I remember my friend Kara, her baby shower last year, her invite, I got it like, I don't know, it was only like 2 weeks before, and I wanted to get her like the Tubby Todd baby stuff, but it wouldn't arrive in time and it was sold out on Amazon. I went to 3 different stores in Utah, couldn't find it anywhere, and I was like, frick. So I got her the Honest Baby, like, but wash and stuff, but I put a Target gift certificate, or no, sorry, the gift receipt in the basket at the bottom. And I was like, if you hate any of this, please return it. It doesn't offend me. I just wasn't able to find you the right thing in time, and I wanted to like make your gift look cute, and like because I did like a bath theme for her. So, and I feel like it's good to be straightforward with people, and that's what I would do if you run into the issue of like there's nothing on the registry that's still in stock, because that has happened to me. But yeah, every other time I just end up like I always go for clothes. I love buying baby clothes so much, and I love getting like a little book, because like a lot of times people will do the thing where they're like bring a book instead of a card, and I'm like, that's so cute. And books are like $5, so fun. Okay, now that we got into all the life updates, which that was a long life update and kind of like a baby shower rant situation, but I feel like the moms who get it will get it. And if you are not pregnant, then now you can have a new perspective, either for baby showers that you go to or for your own one day. Okay, so let's talk about if you are feeling, or if you are ambitious, but you're feeling overwhelmed or lazy. So I'm going to be like your big sister essentially in this episode and give you some advice on how I've personally gotten over this hump in the past and how we're going to do it again together. Because here's the thing with life. Okay, it's literally up and down. It's like the stock market. It's not, you're continually going up, but every day is just like ebbing and flowing, and you're just trying to be 1% better than you were the day before. That is the goal. It's not every day to be completely perfect, because that is unrealistic, especially when you have kids and you have, you work a 9 to 5. Like it's not fully realistic to be perfect every day. And it's not about being perfect. It's about being resilient and staying focused and forgiving yourself and focusing on the future while also enjoying the present. So I'm going to give you a list. I have a list of 7 things. 7's my lucky number. Maybe it's yours too. I feel like it's like everyone's lucky number. One time I told Colby that, I was like, oh my gosh, I love the number 7. It's my lucky number. And he's like, that's like everybody's lucky number. And I was like, okay, wow, way to roast me, but you are completely right. So I will give you that one. Okay, so the first thing that I think will really help just kind of settle and ease your brain a little bit with feeling overwhelmed or lazy is you're going to start your day by writing down 5 things you're grateful for every morning. So I personally do this when I'm in bed. Sometimes I'll do it on my couch, but since we got Luna, I've just noticed it's better for me to do it in my bed before I take her out of her kennel. So I have the 5-minute gratitude journal. That's what I do, but you can do it in your notes app on your phone. But I do highly recommend physically writing it with a pen and paper. So you could just get like a notebook for $1 at Walmart if you don't have a notebook. But this is something that seriously has changed my life. I've done this, I want to say, for, I think since Colby and I got married, I want to say. I just have like spent my mornings doing gratitude journaling. It's seriously such a game changer. Okay, the second thing that you are going to do is, and this one is, I don't know if, I feel like not that many people talk about this, but gosh, do they need to? I feel like, anyways, I just feel very passionate about this. We need to keep your perspective on anything that happens in your life, keeping it positive, and always focusing on things that are happening in your favor and for you, not to you. So like, let me give you an example. So every time I go to the grocery store, I literally don't know why, but there's just always parking in the front for me. Like, it's always just waiting for me. There's always a spot. And sometimes I like to park in the back purposefully to like get more steps in. And there's always a good spot for me to do, like to park there too, where I'm like close to the, returning my cart. Like at Costco, I love parking. Just a grocery shopping hack. Always park by where you return your cart, because there is literally nothing worse than having to walk so far away from your car and go put your cart back. So I always do that, and it just makes life so much easier. But I just feel like everything that happens in my life is always happening for me and not to me. And that is something I believe at my core. I think I kind of started feeling this way with like Elle Woods and her overall attitude and demeanor. Freaking love Legally Blonde so much. That's like literally one of my favorite movies, if not my favorite movie. It's always tied between that and Cinderella Story and the movie Chef. I love that movie so much. Anyways, but I just love her attitude so much, where like even when people are rude to her, she's just like, like, okay, it's literally not that big of a deal. And obviously sometimes like I'm a human, and being pregnant, oh my gosh, not that it's an excuse, but you are definitely a little bit more emotionally sensitive, right? When you're pregnant, if you know, and if you are pregnant and you haven't experienced that, that is very lucky, and I'm genuinely so happy for you. But I just feel like this, perspective is a shift that you can really just start to see. It's so easy, because here's the thing. Here's the crazy thing with life and your perspective is a reality where someone is ignoring you, doesn't want to be your friend. That reality can be true, right? If you're like at church or something and you're like, man, this person just like isn't talking to me. They don't care about me. They don't want to be friends with me. And then you could also look at it from the perspective of, dang, this person might have had like a really hard day, or they're not even thinking about me. They're just in the zone doing whatever they're doing, and they're just getting through the day. Both of those realities are true. And what's so crazy is that you can literally choose the one who will have who? Why am I saying who? You can choose the reality that will have no negative impact on you, only positive, and it will probably only make you a better person. But it is so easy, I feel like, especially today, where it's just like it's a highway to negativity and a dirt road to positivity. And I really try to flip it, where it takes a lot for me to be negative in a scenario. And one of my biggest reasons is in my life, there have been things where like, someone says something or someone does something that I don't like or I don't agree with, and I start to just spiral. And I notice everything around me gets affected, and it's not good. The way that I interact with people I could not be showing up as my best self. I could be irritated easier. I could cry easier. Like, you become more emotionally vulnerable. And I think it's just very important to choose a perspective and an outlook on every single thing that happens in your life as your benefit. Even something that does not work out, see it as your benefit. That's truly how I feel. If something doesn't work out, I'm always just like, sweet. This just means something else is right around the corner that's greater, it's better, it's going to serve me immensely. And I just know that. Like, I just feel it, and I'm always right. I'm always right. So anyways, I had to share that because it is something that has made such a big difference in my life. And I feel like when you have those things, like, you're just like, I have to share this because I hope that it can make a difference in at least one other person's life as well. Okay. Number 3, this kind of goes into number 2, I would say, but you don't get what you want, you get what you focus on. Me and Colby say this to each other all the time. It's a Tony Robbins quote. We say it to each other like almost every day or a few times a week, because again, whatever reality you're focusing on, that's the one that's going to be true. So you can be, being like, oh my gosh, I'm so overwhelmed. Like, I have so much work to do. Or you can be like, holy crap, I'm so grateful that I have a job, that I have work like that. I am so grateful I have a roof over my head. I have all my bare necessities covered. I'm just giving a hypothetical scenario here, but this relates to anything and everything, and just focusing on the good things in your life and teaching your brain to see everything to your benefit. I promise you, it will change your life. And you'll probably start to make more money. You'll probably start to have more friends. You'll be happier, because when you're a positive person, that's just a natural byproduct of being optimistic instead of pessimistic, or being positive instead of negative. So anyways, moving on to number 4. This is like more, again, we're getting a little bit more specific, but make a daily to-do list. If you feel overwhelmed, the best thing you can do is write it out. So what I like to do is the night before I go to bed, I will write in my phone everything specifically I want to do. So I already know it was on my list today. So I had like daily morning prayer. I also set alarms on my phone too, so I don't forget anything. I'll have like daily morning prayer, quick, like one chapter of scripture study, and then I'll have my journal, my gratitude journal, my workout, taking my dogs on a walk. That's like my morning routine right there. And then making some sort of a nutrient dense breakfast. That is my morning routine. And then I get ready and I film my content, and I have a separate checklist for all my content. And then I have a separate thing for like home things, like if I need to run to the store, or like today I had to get the house ready. We don't have a housekeeper right now. We have one starting next week, but I didn't have one right now. So I had to clean the home, get everything ready for my birth mom to be here, all that type of stuff. So it just really helps to have things written out if you're like me and you can get overwhelmed easily, or if you have ADHD and you're just like, I literally don't even know where to begin. Writing things out is such a game changer. And I love using the little checklist icon in the notes app. So every time I finish it, I check it off, and it just feels so good throughout the day. And you just feel very accomplished. Okay, number 5, if you don't already, have some sort of a fitness routine that you do. So I said every day or like most days of the week, because like obviously you don't need to like lift weights every single day to get the benefits of it. You really only need to lift weights like 3 to 4 times a week. Honestly, even 3 times is great. But maybe you love walking and you just love to walk every day. So that can be your goal. I just feel like spending time on your physical health is so important. You will age better. You will live longer. You will live a healthier life. Like, put the physical stuff to the side for longevity. And if you want to become pregnant, it is so good to be physically active. It is so good for you. You already know this, but having a routine that you do, I think really helps and eliminates feeling overwhelmed or like, oh my gosh, I don't know where to begin. It helps a lot. And then I write that down also in my notes. Okay. The next thing is, sorry, I think I just breathed really heavily into the mic. The next thing is to be patient with yourself. Okay, we're not going to let up the gas. Okay, we're going to have macro speed and micro patience. So we're going to be incredibly quick with things that we do, with decisions that we make, with, getting things done, but we are going to be patient at the same time. We're going to give ourselves grace, but if we are having a bad day, we're not going to let it turn into, honestly, I try to only have like a bad hour or two and not let it take over my entire day, which takes practice, obviously, because a bad day can turn into a bad week, which can turn into a bad month, which can turn into a bad 6 months. And then sooner than later, it's 10 years later, and you have completely gone a completely different direction just from that one bad day that you had. So I really like to keep that in mind all the time. And we are going to focus on every single day becoming 1% better than the day before. So I did the math. Today is September 18th, 2025. If you're listening to this after, just like subtract or do the math or ask ChatGPT. If you push yourself to be 1% better every single day, starting today, and whatever that means for you, maybe you aren't someone who's like normally physically active. So you're like, I'm just going to start walking like half a mile every day. And then maybe you'll slowly start to work that up and you'll be like, I want to do a mile. And then a few weeks later, let's go 2 miles. And you'll just keep working up, right? That's a good example, I guess. But it could be literally anything. So if you focus on becoming 1% better every single day, by the end of the year, this year alone, you'll be 104% better than you are today. That is so freaking cool and just speaks volumes about how our everyday habits literally shape our entire life. It is so powerful to me personally and empowering because you just realize you're like, wait, I actually have a lot of control with quite literally everything that I do on a daily basis. Like those workouts for 30 minutes make a big difference by the end of the year. So that was something that was kind of like 2 things in one for number 6, but essentially be patient with yourself, but don't let up the speed, don't let up the gas. We're going to focus on becoming 1% better each day than we were the day before. 1%. That's all. Just 1%. Okay. Number 7. This is something that I also feel helps a lot when you're living in the day-to-day life of, however your life is. Don't be so fixated on the future that you forget to enjoy the present day. And what I mean by that is freaking enjoy your life. I feel like too many people nowadays are just like high strung. They're always saying how stressed they are or they're anxious. And in my opinion, I'm like, if you're constantly saying that narrative to yourself, you're just saying, this is who I am. I can't change. This is the way that I am. And as a ex-anxious girly, I can tell you, your mind is so incredibly powerful and your own inner dialogue literally shapes your entire life. So if you're constantly having negative thoughts about how you are you're like, oh my gosh, I am so lazy. No. How about you figure out why you feel lazy? You are not inherently a lazy person. You just might have some bad habits. Maybe you doom scroll. Maybe you need to get a brick so that you don't go on social media and stay up super late and then wake up and you're really tired and you don't have energy to do anything. Maybe that's what you need to do. Maybe you need to start meditating and working out so that you can relieve some stress so your brain functions better and you don't feel as anxious as easily. There's so many things that this can kind of go into, but I just think that when we focus so much, it's not even a think. I swear this is just how the human brains, how our brains are wired. When you are constantly focusing on everything that is going wrong in your life and you're not enjoying your everyday life, you are essentially just like wishing your life away, in my opinion. And it is not fun to be around people like that. It's not fun to be around people who are always stressed, who are just always like, I don't know, like I don't know, I'm just sad and I don't know why. Like, I get everyone can have hard days, but everyone knows people who that's like literally their personality. Like they're not fun to be around. You feel like their energy, their frequency is low, their vibration is low. And I just think it is so important to, again, focus on the good, but just relax, have fun, meditate if you need to. Like if you struggle with anxiety, by the way, my goodness, start meditating and focus on mindfulness, focus on gratitude. Our brains are incredibly powerful. Okay. Your brain literally shapes your life. Like I have said probably now 5 times, but I just need to make sure that you understand how much power you have as a human. And yeah, I just like that. I mean, this is the Christian side of me, but I truly believe that every single one of you who's listening to this right now is a child of God. I believe that we are meant to become queens and kings and rule over our own world one day after this life. And that is so freaking cool. And we are literally created in the image of God, and we are going to become like him. Like that is just so cool and special. And our minds are very powerful. So if you do all of these things, honestly, I promise you, your life will significantly improve. And that's just me speaking from my own personal experience with all these things. And you'll notice a lot of them are like, it's not anything, it's really just all how your mind thinks and functions. And I know I don't really go into too much of these types of episodes, but it is something I'm incredibly passionate about. And anybody who knows me, like I'm very happy to say that anyone who knows me, my in-laws, my parents, my siblings, they all know I am a very positive person. I'm very optimistic. I see everything working out in my favor. I do not take things personally. Like if I get offended, it's probably just me having a bad day or honestly me being pregnant recently. I've been more sensitive, but I'm aware of that. And I'm like, not going to judge myself. We're just going to move on. But I'm so proud that I have done the work to be that way, and everyone knows it. And I know everyone knows it because people are constantly telling me all those things. And the cool thing is if you, like, there's so much still where with me, I'm like, oh my gosh, I feel like I'm a baby, where I'm like, there's so many ways I want to continue to improve. And I'm sure I will feel that way for the rest of my life. But I feel like that's what's so exciting about life, is that you have so much power within you to continue to better yourself every single day by that 1%. So I really hope that you guys enjoyed this episode. If you enjoyed this episode, let me know in the comments. I think on Spotify you can leave comments. I know you can. A lot of you guys listen on YouTube, which is so freaking cool. And I'm so grateful for the audience that we have over there. Like every episode has been averaging like 600 views, I want to say, which is so cool because I haven't even been doing this podcast for a year. And I even took a break when I miscarried last December, like right before Christmas. So your girl was depressy, and that's okay. Also going through postpartum, that's just, oh my gosh, that whole thing is the whole thing. But yeah, I love you guys so much. Seriously, thank you so much for listening to the Trophy Life podcast. I really hope that the Trophy Life podcast uplifts your life in some way, whether it's just romanticizing small things in your life or learning how to better yourself mentally or spiritually or emotionally, physically, all those things. Like that's truly why I created Trophy Life, and Trophy Life Club was to create that specifically for women, because it's just something I'm passionate about and I love it. And I just want everybody to live the best life that they can. And you have the power to create that. So, full stop. I digress. I love you so much. I'm very excited. It is 9:00 right now, you guys, and I am so excited to get into bed. Okay. Like literally being pregnant, I can't explain the exhaustion it didn't really start to hit me until I hit like 21 weeks. But if I don't get 10 to 11 hours of sleep, I am not joking. I am like so tempted to take half of a Unisom tonight just to get even deeper sleep. I actually don't sleep very well with those. But anyways, I'm just like, the amount of sleep that I need right now is insane. And I'm like, I fear, how will I do this with a toddler? I like in the future, like I'm like, I don't know. I feel like our bodies just, women are incredible and our bodies figure it out. But I mean, I will definitely be using my husband a lot. Like he will be taking care of that toddler for a while, probably a little bit solo, but that is okay. Okay, I love you so much. Have an incredible Thursday or whatever day it is when you're listening to this, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Love you. Thank you so much for tuning into today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it just as much as I did. Before you go, I have something exciting for you. I'm doing a giveaway. So to enter, all you need to do is rate and review the show either on Apple or Spotify. Make sure that you're subscribed to the show, of course, so you never miss an episode. And head over to the @TrophyLife podcast Instagram and leave a comment on my latest post and let me know what your favorite takeaway was from today's episode, or comment some emojis, just something, and that will basically enter you into the giveaway. The more that you engage, the higher your chances of winning are, so don't be shy. This is something I'm going to be doing ongoing. So even if you're listening to this episode later, you can still go and comment on my most recent post and it will 100% get you entered into the giveaway. And if you haven't already, come join the club at Trophy Life Club. This is just a community for the girls who like to romanticize their life and want to become the best version of themselves. And of course, you can follow me on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube at Tara Kelly Smith for more content. Thank you for being here, and I will see you in the next episode. Love you. Bye.